Terra, 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 Terra. And I know for some people, praise of Terra would be sacrilege. But I think this dude's a badass, bro. I don't know. What the kids today call aura, Terra's got it. And Xehanort recognized that. Xehanort recognized that. That's why Terra was the vessel. But look, let me get into this, man. I think, it's easy to hate on Terra, because he made a lot of mistakes in Birth by Sleep. But when you remember that Terra's just a kid, it's easy to forget because, he's a very masculine looking guy. He's tall, he's muscular, things like that. He's got a very deep voice. You forget that, he's 18 in Birth by Sleep when he makes all those mistakes. He's 18 years old or such. Let me tell you something. And I use this example all the time to speak candidly. Okay, look. When I was 18, I wanted to be a musician. That was my big dream, man. I wanted to be a rock star, bro. I wanted to be Kurt Cobain, bro. Kurt Cobain was my guy. I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for what I'm not, okay? I wanted to be a rock star. Just like Terra wanted to be a Keyblade Master. Now, Master Xehanort is a Keyblade Master, right? When somebody wants to be a Keyblade Master, it makes them very easy to manipulate for another Keyblade Master. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if a professional rock star told me to do the most absurd things, but in the end it would make me a rock star, I would have done it. Just like Xehanort was like, Terra, the darkness in you will make you a master. Ericus doesn't understand. Light and dark are a balance. He's telling him, no, use that darkness. That's what's going to make you powerful. That's what's going to make you a master. If 18-year-old Landy was being lectured by some rock star, nah, man, you got to do all the drugs, man. That's what'll make you a rock star. You know what? I might have listened. And that's why I can recognize myself in Terra. Because you know what? I had a dream too. And when I was a young kid, my dreams are what made me easy to manipulate. And there were people who took advantage of the fact that I wanted to pursue music. There were people who used that and wielded that against me, much like Terra's desire to be a master was wielded against him. So when you recognize that, he's just a kid, man. He's a kid with a dream who is willing to do anything to get it. And when Master Xehanort, one of the legendary Keyblade Masters, is gassing you up and saying, Terra, you gotta channel it, channel the darkness. You're gonna listen to him. What I like about Terra is, man, my favorite kinds of stories, are the stories of the guy who, he has it, he fucks it all up, but then he rights the ship and fixes it in the end. There's something about that pattern I love. That they're together, they're in a good place, their carelessness fucks it all up, but then they get in there and they clean up their mess. And that's what I love about Terra, is that he's exactly that. He's exactly that. He is a big part of what created this mess in the first place, what allowed a Xehanort to get a fresh new vessel, a fresh new body, and Terranort is power levels beyond comprehension, kicking their ass in the Keyblade graveyard, letting Xehanort time travel, creating new waypoints. So much of it, I get it. A lot of it is Terra's fault. I get it. But he cleans it up. He strikes down. Let's say he's so metal, bro. He strikes down his own master, but then reconciles with them in that afterlife. And in a sense, collaborates with them. Yes, Ericus hides within Terra's heart. Terra takes Xehanort on as a vessel so that they keep it so. It's so wild, dude. It's so wild. And that he was Ansem's guardian the whole time. And he saves Terra and Ventus in the end. And it's such an awesome comeback. And again, I know that a lot of it can be left at his feet, that he made a lot of mistakes in Birth by Sleep that led to a lot of the trouble that the heroes faced, but it's completely understandable when you put it in context. It's completely understandable when you understand how young and naive he was. But then again, like I said, for him to, even though he found himself in, like, Aqua might have been in the realm of darkness, but Terra was in the pit of hell. He killed his own master, couldn't save his friends. One is asleep, one's cast off into the darkness. His body is possessed by his former master. Well, not his former master, but by a former great master. You know, like, he's in the pit of hell, and he reconciles with the master he struck down. He finds a way to keep an eye on Xehanort, Ansem, and stay relevant. And in the final moment, he strikes. He rescues Ventus and Aqua. One day I will make this right. And he does. And he does, man. So I think he's vastly underrated. And he bequeathed Riku. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. That's also a pretty cool thing. And also, look, all I'm saying is, Terra's got some game. I mean, he's the guy who scored Aqua in the end. That's got to be pretty legendary from a Kingdom Hearts perspective. I know I'm being a little jestful here, but, like, you guys catch my drift. You know what I mean? Aqua trying to prevent Terra from beating up an old man. You know, and this is one of the things, guys. I'm telling you, this is why people like me scream it from the high heavens. People don't respect the writing in Kingdom Hearts 3 enough. This is not just some moment where Aqua tries to stop Terra, okay? This is not just, I'm going crazy, guys. I'm having fun. Are you guys having fun? I'm having fun. But, like, keep in mind, one of the major problems in Birth by Sleep is that Aqua was being overbearing, trying to hold Terra back, telling him, don't go there, don't do this. I've heard about what you did. You should go back to Master, right? In a sense that she had that sort of, like, you know, overbearing, restraining. So what happens here? It's Aqua's gut, and she's overcome this. And that's part of what is shown in this moment, is that she's overcome this. Is what's shown in this moment is that Aqua, again, to protect Terra, just like in Birth by Sleep, to protect Terra is holding him back, right? What is Terra doing in this moment? He's walking towards Xehanort. That's what Aqua was afraid of in Birth by Sleep. That's what Aqua was trying to hold back in Birth by Sleep. But in trying so hard to hold Terra back, she only pushed him towards Xehanort. So now here's Terra, ready to walk on over to Master Xehanort. Aqua's instinct is to hold him back. And then this is, again, show, don't tell. Show, don't tell. What happens here? Merely an exchange of looks that says it all. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to trust you. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to trust you. I believe in you. I have faith in you. Right there. Right? You see it before your eyes that the sins of the Birth by Sleep trio have been healed. Terra, no longer manipulated by Xehanort, now reclaimed his will. That's why he's lingering will. Anyway, sorry, getting ahead of myself. Aqua, no longer being overbearing and restraining, letting him go, trusting him to confront Master Xehanort. And what comes from it? Right? What comes from the virtue of letting that go and having that faith? The return of your master. Ericus returns. And again, let's pull this out. Yeah, Ericus pops out. We all know. But again, to get back to Terra here. That's sort of my point with how underrated this character could be, and that he in a sense unlocked a whole new perspective. And what I mean by that is, in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, we saw the power of the heart and the body. From the Heartless and the Nobodies and Organization 13 and the Guardians of Light. And we saw the power of the heart and the power of the body. What Terra shows us is the power of the mind. And what's in the mind is will. The will to not give up. The will to keep your promise. The will to make things right. That's what Terra represents. That's what Terra represents. That this battle between light and dark, it cannot be won with just your heart. It cannot be won with just your body. It's going to take your mind and willpower. And that's what Terra is. That's what Terra shows us. And that's why I really do believe he is one of the most underrated characters in Kingdom Hearts. And that also, there's a good chance he has a role to play in the coming saga.